Well, they will Uber you back to your room, and by that I've seen people get put in a wheelchair and they wheel them to their room. So we're not going to get that drunk anyway. Good morning. It's cruise day. Well, it's travel to Miami day. Cruise day is actually tomorrow. But anyway, are you ready for another adventure?
Yeah.
Should be a good one, right? My dad's going with us this time. We'll see. It'll be his first cruise. Hopefully he'll have some input at some point as well. But yeah, we got to get going to the airport here shortly because it's, it's that time. It's super early in the morning, like 3-something. We picked an early flight and not the best itinerary or whatever to get there, but we picked cheap ones. They're as cheap as we could find. And so, yeah, we're going to go do the thing and we'll, talk about this all later. We'll talk soon. All right, are we ready?
Okay.
This is it. We're boarding. Yay! Yay! Well, hello there. Carlos is trying to escape the thing like usual.
There we go.
Yeah, so we are here on board MSC SEASIDE in Miami. Embarkation was smooth. Super quick, maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They did facial scanning and all kinds of new stuff that we're not used to, so I was a little bit like, what's happening? We thought we had needed our boarding passes, and then once they scanned our face, that's all they needed was our face. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they couldn't scan my passport. Don't know why.
I think it had to do with your glasses. I'm pretty sure that's what did it.
The other thing is that my photo that we took in the beginning, I was full hair.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I'm not. So it may not have.
So we'll see if you have issues when we get back with that too, but it'll be the same thing. They'll just pull you aside and check you
And the
manually.
new
Piece
MSC
of cake,
terminal is
easy peasy.
pretty.
Oh yeah, it's super gorgeous and surprisingly empty. I thought it was going to be chaos in there because like the last time we were in Miami at the other terminal, which is way smaller, there was like sardines. So what's now? Well, how's it? Well, I guess how's it going so far? This is my dad's first cruise. He's never been on a ship before.
Woohoo!
What do you think so far?
I'm loving it. It's great.
Yeah,
It's great.
so we haven't really done anything besides come to the room, but we're gonna go get a drink and some food and start this adventure. Yeah. We will get progressively more slurry speech as the day goes on because that's how it goes. But yeah,
I
lots.
don't care.
Exactly, that's exactly how we'll sound. Even Carlos said he's gonna drink hard, so we'll see.
I don't have to drive, so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they will Uber you back to your room, and by that I've seen people get put in a wheelchair and they wheel them to their room. So we're not gonna get that drunk anyway.
No.
Let's go get some food. We'll go see. What is it that I say? You do it. No.
We'll see what
we'll
we
t-
do.
we'll-
what we see what we do, or something
We'll
like
see
that.
what we see. We'll do what we do,
There we go.
and we'll talk soon.
Being that we skipped breakfast, we were pretty ravenously hungry at this point, so we made our way to the Deck 16 buffet. There's actually 2 buffets on board MSC Seaside. The Deck 8 one is the bigger one, and so when we got up to Deck 16, I was like, this is the small one. But we found a good enough selection to get ourselves some lunch, and then we made our way out to the pool deck. My dad really likes to drink Corona Premier when he's home, but they didn't have that on board, but they did have the regular Corona, so we grabbed a couple of bottles of those and just kind of explored the ship a little bit. And while we were up there, this Norwegian ship started to leave, so we kind of lingered and watched that for a little bit, but then it started to rain, so we decided to make our way down into the inside of the ship. I was wanting Dos Equis, I prefer that over Corona, and I remember the sports bar had it on draft last time I was on board Seaside, so we went down there. And as you can see, the rain was really coming down at this point. Unfortunately, the Dos Equis keg had just been tapped, so they weren't able to pour me a glass of that, so I just asked for a bottle and a glass. And Carlos and my dad had a couple of rounds of drinks as well, but soon it was time for the safety drill, so we made our way back up to our room. Alright, so we're in the room. There's my dad. There's Carlos. We're about to do our mustard drill. We'll catch up later.
Emergency procedures, safety procedures, and the mandatory safety drill comply with SOLAS, the International Convention for Safety of Life at Sea. The only signal that requires you to act is the general emergency signal of 7 short blasts and 1 long blast.
With MSC, after you watch the safety video on your stateroom TV, you have to call and confirm that you've watched it by dialing a number on the phone, and once that's confirmed, you wait and they call you by deck number to go to your muster station. Their muster drill is relatively traditional in that everybody goes at the same time, but unlike the olden days, you don't have to bring your life jacket and stand in line and all of that. You just go get your cruise card scanned at your designated meeting point, and then you're good to go after that. Because of the weather, the sail away party was moved from the main pool deck into the lobby atrium. They do a lot of parties and get-togethers in that space anyway, so it's definitely already set up for it. And we took a selfie while we waited for the festivities to be underway, and before long the dance floor was packed with people having a good time, including my dad, who was dancing and living his best life. And the sail away party concluded with it being time for us to go to dinner, so we stopped by our room to change real quick and then made our way into the dining room. We concluded the evening with karaoke. My dad is a big fan of that. He even used to be a karaoke DJ back in the day, and he made some friends in there, and he ended up showing face for that pretty much every time the doors were open. And that ended pretty late, and we hung out a little bit longer, but it was after midnight at that point, so we decided to make our way back down to our room and call it a night. Alright y'all, so that is a wrap. It is the next day, obviously. I'm out on the balcony, and it's nice and bright and sunny. A little too bright, actually. But we partied hard last night, as we tend to do the first day, and so we called it a night in the middle of the night, and slept until now. It's about 11, so we're gonna get up and figure out what the vibe is and all of that. This morning we're at sea today. It's always nice to start with a sea day, especially since we tend to go so hard on the first day. But that'll do it for this installment. It was a great first day. My dad had an amazing time. And I think he's enjoying it so far, so yeah. And stay tuned for the next installment coming out soon. I want to thank you all so much for traveling with us. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.